Well, welcome to another video from Ramos and Sons Body Shop. Today we're going to be watching Tyler painting a Cadillac. I believe it's a CTS 4. Beautiful car. It was hit in the left rear corner, and the body work has been completed. The prep has been completed, and now we're going to be starting on the masking and then painting. So in the beginning stages, the vehicle is washed and then brought into the spray booth, which we try to keep it as clean as we can. I see absolutely no need for paint on the walls, and so we make sure that the walls are always cleaned. I do see a lot of spray booths on YouTube and other places that have paint all over the walls, and I just don't get it. Keep this place clean. You know, when you want to paint a car, to me it's very similar to an operating room. The person has to be clean, the car has to be clean, and the environment has to be clean in order to get a clean paint job. So it's not only how the paint lays out, the clear coat lays out, but it's also how clean it comes out. So again, to begin with, I like to mention how we try to keep this room as clean as possible, and allowing very few people to actually enter into the room. Again, we're just starting out with him painting, or this painting stages, by masking off the vehicle. After he masked off the vehicle, then we go into another process of another cleaning, which he'll use a wax and grease remover. It's just one more step in the cleaning process. I've always tell these guys, in order to get a clean paint job, you got to have you got to have a clean environment. You have to be clean, and the car has to be clean. Okay. So what we have here now again is a wax and grease remover. He sprays this on and rubs it with a clean towel. And I'm not sure what type of towel they are, but it's just not a regular towel. It helps again to keep it as clean as possible. The next step that he's going to take is a 3-part step, which is the mixing of the color. So to get the correct color, the first step is he's going to check the code in the car. The code will give us the beginning stages of what color we need to start looking at. The next step is to take a camera shot of the color. So he picks out an adjacent panel, cleans the panel, and then takes a photo shot of it. Actually taking 3 photo shots, and it gives us the formula that he's going to have to mix. The third step is for him to do what's called a spray out card. To spray a card and then match it up to the panel to ensure that the first 2 steps are accurate. So here we'll see him starting to mix. He's determined his color, and now he'll start mixing his paint. As he mixes his paint, he's going to ensure that the correct amount is mixed. So we don't have extra paint. He'll type in the panel, the make and model of the vehicle, and then each panel that he's going to spray, and then each panel that's going to be blended. Once that's typed into the computer, it will tell him exactly how much he has to mix. Again, this way we're saving dollars on paint and not wasting by over mixing. So now he's going to be going into the spray booth, and again, the next thing he's going to do prior to actually painting is going to be tack clothing the vehicle off. So he has a tack cloth. It's kind of a sticky cloth, and it takes off any minor imperfections, dust, and after he's wiped it all down, then he'll start painting. So I want to make a little bit of a correction on myself here. So the last thing you seen him spraying was the sealer, and actually now he's just starting to mix the color. Again, the sealer is going to be the same as color in that he will only mix exactly what's needed. One of the benefits to this system that we use is that it will tell us exactly how much the cost is of the sealer and the paint. So well in advance we know what the cost is going to be, and then as he mixes it we can compare that to make sure that he's only mixing the exact amount and it's not going to exceed the cost of what was written on our original estimate. Now sometimes it does, depending on the panels, and so therefore we have to make adjustments. So utilizing this system, which is a PPG waterborne system, we put on anywhere between 2 to 3 coats of color. Usually 3. 3 is very sufficient for coverage, and then the clear coat he'll put on 2 coats. After his color, you'll see him verifying everything is covered correctly. It's interesting how they do this. They turn all the fluorescent lights off in the booth, and then he utilizes what's called a daylight. And so he'll turn it on and he'll walk around the vehicle or the panel and making sure that the coverage is correct. So here's that light that we talked about. He turns off the booth lights and he just walks around it making sure that the color has covered correctly, it's consistent, there's no modeling, and then it's laid onto the panel flat. So now Tyler has started with his clear coating system, and he'll put on 2 coats. His initial coat will be pretty flat, but it's not going to be as heavy as his second coat will be. Now his clear coat, they're determined by, the brand of clear coat is determined by the vehicle. Some vehicles have a heavier orange peel than others, such as Ford. It's a very heavy orange peel, so he'll use a different type of clear coat for a Ford than he would for a GM. So here was his final clear coat, and then he baked it. I think the bake usually is 15 to 20 minutes. I'm not sure which one this one is, but the temperature will vary based on his need in the vehicle. Might be about 115, 120 degrees, maybe a little bit higher, maybe a little bit lower. But it's been baked already, and we were able to capture some of the video of it. Turned out beautiful. So if you like this video and these contents, again, please like and subscribe. We have a lot going on here, and we really enjoy making these videos. If you have any comments or questions, please let us know. Be more than happy to answer what we can. Hope you're all having a great day, and thank you again.